Open ear style headphones have become standard gear for me for gravel riding. I love listening to audiobooks and podcasts when I ride. I kill two birds with one stone. I increase my knowledge and I get in my gravel rides, especially for long ones. So in this video, I'm going to show you some bone conducting earphones that have some pretty unique features. They are the Outlier Free Pro headphones by Creative Labs. You may be familiar with Creative Labs. They make some really good value headphones and other computer peripherals. And these, like I said, have some unique features that I'm going to go ahead and state right off the bat, and then we'll talk about those, and I'll talk about the things I like about these and some things where I think they could be improved. First of all, they are waterproof, meaning you can swim with them. In the box, you get this little thing here, which plugs their microphone. Now, the band around the outside means you can just wrap it around the headphone so you don't lose it. But there is a little microphone for taking phone calls. And by the way, I love taking phone calls with bone conducting earphones. It's like you can hear everything around you, and then you can take your phone call. And I'll go ahead and say now, the other thing I like about bone conducting earphones that I use all the time is just when I'm doing stuff around the house, watching YouTube videos. I get to, listen to people around me when I need to, and then still get to hear my music. So there's a little microphone. And what you need to do is plug this thing when you want to use these for swimming. So these are the only headphones that I've ever found that you can actually use for swimming. I don't know how many triathletes watch my channel, but if you are a triathlete and you want to listen to music while you swim, this is a great option. And I actually tried these in my hot tub. And so I was really surprised at how well the sound came through. Because they're bone conducting, you're not relying on sound entering your ears like a traditional headphone. And so, like I said, when you swim, they are great for listening to music. Now, I will say that you cannot stream music while you swim, and that leads me to the other unique feature, and that is these are also an MP3 player. They have 8 gigabytes of storage so that you can download songs, and that way you don't have to rely on a Bluetooth connection. Now, the reason I say you can't stream music is because the signal it's interrupted in the water. So these allow you to go 1.5 meters, which is about 5 feet, for 40 minutes in fresh water. They don't recommend using these in salt water, but in fresh water, 5 feet up to 40 minutes means you could probably stay on the surface and swim indefinitely. These are IPX8 waterproof, so that means if you get caught in the rain, obviously you're fine. Also in the box, it comes with these little earplugs, and so that allows you to basically plug your ears so you can actually hear better. So bone conducting earphones are really unique in that the sound is coming through the bones outside your head. So again, you're not relying on sound being pumped into your ears like a traditional headphone. And so you have these little earplugs that are also included with them. So before I talk about the functionality and what I think of these from a cyclist standpoint, I'll just state a few stats. They have 10 hours of battery life. They are Bluetooth 5.3, and you can pair up to 2 devices at one time. So I have them paired to like my iPad and also my iPhone. So as far as functionality, you've got 3 buttons all on the right side. And you've got your volume up and down, which also allows you to skip songs. You've got a button in the middle, which is raised a bit higher than the other 2 buttons to help you find it better. And that button is your power button. It also allows you to pause and play your music and answer phone calls. And then you've got a volume down. So what you do is to turn the volume up or down, you just tap it. And then if you want to skip a song, you hold the up button for 2 seconds and it'll skip to the next song. And you hold the down button to skip back to the beginning of your song, or do it again and it goes to the previous song. So pretty standard functionality for Bluetooth headphones. I'll go ahead and say one thing that I think could be improved on these. I like having the play pause button on the other side. And the reason being, when you're cycling and you have gloves on, it can be difficult to find the middle button to pause the music or answer a phone call. And speaking of phone calls, these are great for talking on the phone. I did not have anybody complain about not being able to hear me. Again, that's one application that I like for bone conducting headphones is taking phone calls. So I do wish that the play pause was on the other side. So that's one slight, I wouldn't say negative, it's just could be improved. We'll leave it at that. I mentioned watching videos with these, and one thing I like about these is there's pretty much no latency. So when you're watching a video, when the person's mouth is moving, it's at the same time you're hearing the volume. And you can't say that about every Bluetooth headphone. So as far as using these for cycling, these allow for that situational awareness that's so important when you're cycling on the road, gravel, pavement, whatever. Even for mountain biking, there are applications where you really need to hear your surroundings. These are like any other bone conducting headphone that I've used. They're good up to about 18 miles per hour. After that, the wind noise will start to kind of drown out the podcast or the audiobook, whatever you're listening to. It's not bad, like, and then up to maybe like 21, 22, they become where you just can't hear. If there's a lot of traffic noise, that'll drown out the music as well. But if you've got a lot of traffic noise around you, you probably should be listening to the traffic and not an audiobook. And so, again, I really like bone conducting headphones, but they do have their limitations for cycling if you are riding above 18 miles per hour. For the most part, when I'm riding zone 2, totally fine. And I have really enjoyed using these over the past probably 6 months. I've had these. These take about 2 hours to charge. They come with a little magnet that you attach to the side of the headphones. Now, another thing that probably could be improved is the magnet is not the strongest. I've used other ones where you get it kind of near it and it just slams onto it. These, you can knock it a little bit and it could interrupt the charging, but like I said, it's not too bad. Like any bone conducting headphone, using these with music with a lot of bass, you're gonna get like a tingling sound on the outside. So if you've never used bone conducting headphones, just know that going into it. It's not bad, it's kind of like a tickling sensation on the outside of your ear. And so it's just something to consider. For me, it doesn't matter because I mainly use bone conducting headphones for videos, phone calls, audiobooks, and podcasts. And they're absolutely perfect for those applications. And by the way, this same cable is the one that you hook up to your computer. All you do is connect that to the headphones, connect the USB-A to your computer, and then you'll see it as a drive, and you just drag your MP3s over to it, and you've got an MP3 player with 8 gigabytes of storage. And the other thing I really like about bone conducting headphones is just how comfortable they are. In fact, there was one ride where I put these on my head, and I completely forgot that I had them on my head, and I forgot to listen to my podcast. So I do really like how comfortable these are. And they, even though bone conducting headphones have to press on the side of your head, you can wear these for hours and they're comfortable. So it's not like it's pressure, it's just they have to make connection with the side of your head. So to wrap this up, another thing that's nice about these is the price point. So right now, the Pro model of these is going for $120. You can get the non-Pro version, so just the Outlier free model, for $80, and that does not have the high waterproof rating, so I don't think you can swim with those, and they don't have the MP3 storage. So if you're just looking for a pair of bone conducting headphones without those features, $80 is a really good price for these, because these, for the most part, I've found are really durable. Now, I will say you don't get a case with these, so that probably doesn't matter to most of you because you can just throw these in your bag and you're fine. So that's my quick review of the Outlier Free Pros by Creative Labs. Really good option for bone conducting headphones. If you've never tried them, definitely worth a try, because the applications that I named, they are great for that. So if you've used these, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, or if you've used other bone conducting headphones, let us know the applications that you use them for. With that, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.